All right, you're welcome back. It is still the Sport Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. Tuesdays are special, where we have dissect few talking points from the Nigerian scene and interesting topics from the preceding weekend. And like you all know, the Serie A is back this past weekend, and it was Napoli who had a Monday night game to
Gangster boy.
to play, and what a start to the season. They scored the most goal in the match day one fixture, winning that game by 5-2. And I mean, our man Victor Osimhen, started the season on fire, a goal and an assist. But one interesting thing from that game was, apart from the card, he was the subject of racial slurs from the Verona fans yesterday. They were. I watched that game. They were on him, chanting so kind of terrible chants to him, and he ended up in the score sheet in that game. And when he scored that goal,
shut up.
When he scored that goal, he angrily kicked the ball at the fans. Then they were still, the abuse increased, and you saw the images, the celebration, and he tried to do them like this or another. But I mean, how exciting is this for you to see? Racism in football from the fans. It's just the best way to answer these fans. Just get a goal and shut them up. I so much love that celebration. Like, if the camera captured it very well, he had to remove his marks and like that. You know how we do in Nigeria.
No, the guy will tell you very well that that's the kind of person that I can be. I'm very, very vindictive. So, I love the energy. And when I was seeing that game and I went back to review it, and so we obviously talk about it this morning, I did all that review overnight. Yeah. One of the things that I said to myself was that, Aurelio De Laurentiis, you brought this upon Osimhen. Yeah? Because it's a different angle. It's not the conversation that every other person is having. And last week I was here defending Aurelio De Laurentiis, but we must put everything on a flat plate and look at them on their individual merit. Verona fans are known to be racist. It's not new. Italians are racist by nature, but then there are also very, very good Italians. I'm not going to sit here. Myself, our producer, have been to Italy, and he will tell you for the 1 month he spent in Italy that he made some good friends that he's still friends with right now. And he's a black skin. I mean, you can't go any blacker than our producer or myself. And my knee was treated in Italy as well. I mean, the rehabilitation of my leg was done in Italy. So personally, I want to say this, that when we say they are racist, it doesn't mean that it's all of them. But there are racist people in Italy. And that they took their turn to bite on Osimhen the way they did was probably an offshoot from the energy that Aurelio De Laurentiis created when he said he doesn't want to sign African players anymore. Unless they will sign that, they won't play the African Cup of Nations and all that. So that piece, that put them in a place where you don't have protection from your own people. We can take on you. There's this thing that we always say in our house that it doesn't matter now the teeth with dog till they play with the pikin night till they bite at us. You understand? So when we're home, we fight ourselves in a way that we're not planning to kill ourselves. But if an outsider comes in and put a fight in that, then we'll go all out for them. But then Osimhen being Osimhen, and that's the thing I love about Osimhen. People say I praise Osimhen too much. People say I support him too much. People say I defend him too much. It's because I can relate to a lot of things about his life, because his life looks like my own life, my growing up, my childhood and all that. So I can relate to him, like the kind of anger, the kind of energy in him. And he's not a guy. Some people will fold. Ibrahim Bakayoko signed for Everton and his own fans were racially abusing him and he cried out of the stadium and he terminated his contract. Those are weak people. I've always said that I can't be in the stadium and you are racially man, I'm going to look for a goal to score against your team. And I'm really coming in your face to celebrate. That's how you do it. I don't believe in turning the other cheek. I don't believe in you sometimes you don't have to fight to be a man. Man, I've got to fight. And that's the best way to fight, Score one, create one, and then so it was good. Am I going to talk about the fans of Verona? Man, they are miscreants. Miscreants are miscreants. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like going to discuss about the thugs in every motor park in Nigeria. There's nothing you can do about them, okay? Because they are empowered to do the things that they do. They are tools in the hands of politicians. They are tools in the hands of club administrators. They are tools in the hands of a lot of people. Yeah. What you just do is get in on the stadium for as long as they are not touching you, they are not dragging your shirt, they are not pulling you out. You can do whatever you want to do and get the result. The sweetest thing is to go away and score 5 goals against a team whose fans do not know how to support their team, but just to throw racial slur on a few black players on the team, or probably isolate one black player in Victor Osimhen. But you know the thing, you don't know who you're messing with. You choose to mess with the wrong kind of guy. And Victor Osimhen is the wrong kind of guy. He's the guy who takes a punch and still come back. He's the Tyson Fury kind of guy. He's not a punch me and fold kind of guy. He's not a curse me and I start to cry and then I forget how to play football. He's the kind of guy that once you start rolling on him, you start raining on his parade, it lets you know that it can sting and sting very, very hard. Okay? He's floating like a bee and stinging you, floating like a butterfly and stinging you like a bee. Because that's the kind of guy that he is. He's got a fight in him. That's the thing that took him to the place where he is today. He's bear the mark of many wars. His legs, his ankles, his face, every part of his body is bear the mark, not the mark of the beast, but it's bear the mark of many battles fought on the streets of Lagos, as a conductor, as a pure water seller, as a gala seller. The hustle is real for him. And some people are chanting racist law at him when he's earning 100,000 euro every week. Come on, you guys have not started. You ain't seen nothing coming. They should be playing Verona every week. If they play Verona for 38 weeks, 38 times in a season, they will be an unbeaten champion.
Hello guys, I'm Dr. Jamal. I'm from Ethiopia. You are watching Legbete TV Radio. Please subscribe.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nigam. I am from Pakistan and you are watching LBT TV Radio. Please subscribe.
Hi, my name is Abdullah Wali. I'm from Pakistan, the #1 country in the world in cricket. You're watching Legbete Sports TV Radio. Please subscribe.
I mean, it was the best way to start the season for Napoli, scoring 5 away from home. Osimhen, came out on his Twitter to say, perfect start into a long journey. We'll keep going. Thanks to the traveling fans for their support. God is the greatest. Now, that goal yesterday keeps him 7 goals away from becoming the highest Nigerian goal scorer in the Italian Serie A. I remember Simeone scored 30 goals in this year. So Simeone's first season, he got 10 in the league. Second season, 14. So that's 24. So 7 to become the record highest goal scorer. So first into the season, do you think he's going to break that record come from now to the end of the season?
Osimhen will smash it. I mean, the only thing holding Osimhen every season is injury. Osimhen's got his injury demons and the whole COVID body is maturing. Like I said, he's 23 when he went to Italy and he's maturing. This is the age, between 25 and 29 is really the age where football, they get into shape. And then he's also, when you look at his game now, I think he's listening. It acts like he doesn't listen, but he's listening. And you see that he's reduced his running around. He's reduced his busting of energy, hustling everywhere. He still presses the way he needs to press. He still, harass the opposition. He's the kind of guy that you don't keep the ball on your feet for long when he's around you. But he's reduced that burning its energy in the center circle before getting into the goal area. And then the way the team is created also, I like it. It's a team that's created for Osimhen to score, Zelensky to score. There's a new guy with his name that I don't know very long, Kawa something. Well, I don't know about Kawa Shop or I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. He also was.
It's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, he's on the score sheet yesterday, and I'm not middle of key here. I think that eventually, Osimhen breaking that record is not a 2 seasons, or if he will break the record, is when will he break it? Will he break in the first half of the season or will he break in the second half of the season? Because I do know that. Come on, if Osimhen scores 7 goals this season, that's failure now. Come on, we're looking at guy give me 25 to 30 goals this season, and that's a guy. He's got the capacity to do that. He's got the talent. He's got the potential. He's got the ability. Does he also have the work rate? He's got the work rate. He's not a lazy player. He might have to do away with some of his complaining and all those attitude, but he's a kid, so I can understand a kid behaving the way a kid should behave. That's why even when I blame Mbappe, I say tone it down a little bit on him. I mean, this is a kid. He will grow very soon, and we understand. 30 goals, making 7 goals more this season. That's chicken feed now.
All right, it's a new Napoli side. No Koulibaly, no Mertens, no Insigne, and more responsibilities on Victor Osimhen. And trust him to deliver. And they've started the season well. So up next for Napoli is a home game against newly promoted Monza in the Italian Serie A.
Monza lost their first game at home, 2 goals to 1. We won't be talking anything about Monza now, but because Silvio Berlusconi and Andrea Galliani is behind them, you gotta be very careful with them because these guys, they both understand the game and understand the politics of the game. So, but it looks like an easy 6 points to start the season with for them. AC Milan also showed that nothing is missing. They are still winning, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic is taking more credit than the coach of the team. But no problem. We're okay with it because he's throwing slick shot at Cristiano Ronaldo, and we do understand that. But basically, I think it should be 6 points taken for granted. The second game will guarantee them their 6 points, but they need to fight at the Maradona Stadium.
You are listening to Legbete TV Radio.